Hi there, just stop for a moment please, if I can just have literally a moment of your time. Imagine that this was your home. This is a project that I'm going back out to for the third time next week in Peru, and this is where single parents and families are living on the side of this totally inhospitable terrain with no protection, no security from the elements, no protection for their children whilst they go to work. And we're finishing off a 6-year project where we committed to building 100 homes which will house between 400 to 550 people, so a number of families. Going back out in a week, and I have the challenge to raise £1,500, which is 2 homes. That's 2 families housed. Each home is £750. Heading up a team, each of the members are fundraising their own flights, they're taking their own holiday, they've got to raise at least £1,000. I want to raise that and up it to £1,500 for myself. I've previously raised £5,500 and I now have 1 week to raise £1,500. Beautiful people on the outskirts of Lima, marginalised, displaced, put on the outskirts of Lima in these very, very inhospitable conditions, and basically a home which to us is like a garden shed. A roof, 4 walls, a lockable door is all that we're asking for. Each home is £750, and I would love your support in any sense, shape or form, whether that's just by sharing this video, by any contribution. If you can look at the breakdown costs here, you can see what each amount of money will contribute towards. But basically, we're going out on the 11th of August, and question, so what? Well, so what? I understand, can it make a difference? The reason that I support this charity, and I have done for over the last 6 years, is because all of the money goes exactly to the grassroots. It goes exactly where it's meant to, on the ground. We stay in a children's refuge, which is where the children whose parents, for whatever reason, cannot look after them, maybe due to addiction, maybe due to mental challenges, maybe due to lack of financial resource, or a combination of those factors. Then we work with the local builders in the local community, with the families, to build their homes, which to us is like a garden shed, 4 bits of wood with a corrugated iron roof, and a lockable door, most importantly, so the children can be left, or they can at least at night go to bed without fear of people sort of breaking in, or rape or physical abuse. So would love your support in any sense, shape or form. I want to raise £1,500 in the next week. Sharing, contribution, no matter how small. I know that we're all stretched, but I can promise you that every amount of this money is going to where it's supposed to go. I'll give you live updates from on the ground next week when I'm over there. You'll be credited in the report and in the finished video and in the magazine, sort of the article that we'll do afterwards, and a personal thank you from the family. So basically I'm working with 2 families. We're going to build the last 20 houses of 100 homes that we committed to 6 years ago. We've already done 80. We're going to make the last 20 with the locals, with the families, in a week's time. And if I personally, with your help, can sort of help 2 families have a home for their lifetime, it's a huge difference, which I'd really appreciate your support. So thank you for watching this. Ben Brophy, any support, any amount, any sharing is hugely, hugely, hugely appreciated, and I look forward to sharing with you live from Peru next week. So thank you for your time. Have a lovely weekend. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Me siento tan contenta, tan alegre ahora. Mamá, ya no estás como oye, tapando los huequitos, no estamos ahí pensando va a llover y va a pasar. Y cuando llovía no nos dejaban ni dormir porque goteaba. Y acá hace mucho frío, señorita, demasiado frío.
She says the whole family is just so happy, and they're all noticing the differences, that she's not having to collect water in her pans with rainwater, and no one's scared of the weather anymore, and finally they're not cold. So yeah, thank you.
Gracias, gracias. Muchas gracias, Diosito les bendiga. Muchas gracias. Yo me alegro bastante porque si dejo que mucho se recompraron que mi hijita la otra. Y ahorita le hemos puesto 3 ampollas diciendo más estamos poniendo la señorita linda. Y agradezco bastante, señorita.
She says she's incredibly grateful. She doesn't know how to thank you all. She says with this new house, she's warm. She's not scared when it rains. She doesn't have to spend her days chucking water out of pans that's been collecting the rainwater. Her children are now in better health. They were suffering really badly from the wet floor. They were getting bronchitis and horrible illnesses such as that. And She says, as a single mother who's working and raising her family on her own, having a house with, with a floor and with real walls and a roof has made an incredible difference.
Y a ustedes también que están acá. Gracias.
She wants to thank them. She wants to thank them very much for helping all of those that are in need, like her. She's surprised at the size of your hearts that you can give and help cases like her, because a house was something that she'd never thought that she'd be able to achieve with the money that she earns washing clothes, and working down in the Commodore is just enough to feed her family, and she's just very grateful because this has made a massive difference to her life.